What is up, you happy hustlers out there? I hope you are ready for this day 5 mindful spirituality. I have my beautiful partner, Stephanie Hernandez, with me again.
Hello.
Thank you, Stephanie. And we also have some incense burning that are potentially going to smoke us out throughout this whole entire video.
It's quite possible.
We got a crystal, these help with the energy. And we got our friend Buddha. And what we're going to talk about in this module is mindful spirituality and how to really be present, be grateful, and be still. And I wanted Steph to be involved in this particular module video because she's one of the most spiritually woken individuals that I know and can go deeper than anyone I know personally on a meditation. And I want her to share some of her practices and how she can tap into that higher power and source energy. So thank you for being with us, Steph.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
First thing I want to say is a lot of people are caught up right now in the modern day grind, and us happy hustlers got to remember what it's all for. And remember that the happiness comes from within, not out there with the materialistic BS or how you did in your, stock exchange or how you did with your career. It's all from here. And I really want to focus on some of the tactics that we use to stay connected, stay present, to decrease stress and anxiety. And that's what, this whole module is about, is just tapping into that mindful spirituality. So the first thing is how you can surrender the soul in flow. So what does that mean to you, Steph?
Remaining centered despite everything that's going on around us. So nothing that's going on circumstantial should be affecting our inner flow. Mm-hmm. And if it does, because we are human and we are having this human experience, it's about realigning ourselves, reconnecting ourselves to source.
Yeah, very well said. Surrender the soul and just flow. You have to realize, become more like water, as Bruce Lee says.
Yeah.
And really find the way through adversity, not, necessary, or around adversity, not necessarily through.
I actually had a vision one time, and it was about surrendering. I was asking Spirit, I want to surrender because I was having so much anxieties and things like that because I wasn't flowing. I was fighting, I was resisting. Mm-hmm. And in vision through a meditation, I actually saw myself where Spirit put me in a river. And there was a point where I was just laying down and flowing, and it felt good. It was easy. I could enjoy everything. And then there was another moment where it showed me the alternative, and I was fighting the current, swimming instead of flowing. And it was stressful. I almost drowned. And it's just really taking that in account and applying that into our everyday lives of flowing and surrendering versus fighting and resisting and all that comes with both of those options. It's choosing.
Yeah. So ask yourself right now, are you flowing right now, or are you resisting and struggling and swimming upstream? Because this whole module is about becoming more in tune with the flow. And one thing that really allowed me to tap into flow was recognizing that everything happens for us and not to us.
Yeah.
So really making sure that we're realizing, oh, I broke my arm? Okay, it's happening for me. It's telling me to slow down and not work out so much or push myself in that capacity. Oh, right now I lost my job. Okay, that's happening for me. It's showing me to pivot and to maybe give my gifts elsewhere. So realize that everything's happening for you and not to you. First step. Now, the next thing I want to touch on is being present, right? Being present in the moment. There are no ordinary moments, and all we truly have is this eternal presence. Sure, the past happened, yes, and yes, we do have the future to look forward to, but ultimately, both are irrelevant right now in the eternal present, because we don't know what's going to happen. Nothing is guaranteed in this life. So we can't take it for granted, and we should be present in every moment.
And if we're worried about the future or stressed or anything like that, even about the past, we're missing the beauty of our moment, our very moment. Life is happening right now. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we can ask for things, and then when it comes, we automatically shoot our minds and our thoughts into other things that we forget to enjoy exactly what we actually asked for that has manifested for us.
Yeah.
So being present.
Be present. The next thing is having an attitude of gratitude. I write this in my journal every single day. What am I grateful for? And if you don't have a journal practice, this is the module where we are making sure that you have one, because that is one of the keys to Happy Hustlin, is writing in your journal, being grateful. First and foremost, I write out, what are the 5 to 10 things that I'm so grateful for? Maybe it's Stephanie, and maybe it's that cup of coffee she just brought me, right? Maybe it is, the beautiful breeze or the birds chirping. But I find gratitude for the littlest of things in the moment. And I'm really focusing on living and being in that state of gratitude. And that really transforms our mood on a chemical level. And really, it is, I don't want to get all nerd talk on you, but it essentially is what can allow you to break negative patterns and create positive ones by just transforming any negative thoughts into gratitude. And ultimately, you will become a happier person in the process.
And a lot of people have asked me, how does Cary stay so happy, so energized? I'm like, dude, he sits down every day and there is no getting past it. He does not miss a day of sitting down and doing his gratitudes. And he has done that consistently since the first day I met him. I remember it.
Yeah, since I was a boy, actually. My mom gratefully so taught me how to journal and how to write out my goals and reverse engineer that process, but also how to be grateful for what I do have, not focus on what I don't. And that is a really key part of journaling, is just finding gratitude for wherever you can in your life right now. So think about where you can be grateful right now in your life and write those things out, those 5 to 10 things. And then tomorrow morning, for sure, have your journal ready and write out your attitude of gratitude, those top 5 to 10 things that you can be grateful for. That is just an essential part.
And a beautiful way to kickstart your day.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing I want to touch on is being in alignment or being out of alignment. So this is a concept, it's sometimes difficult to realize when you're so far out of alignment, you just think that's just how it is. But in reality, it's not. You can flow, you can use the universe, you can manifest in alignment. But when you're misaligned, it doesn't happen for you. Do you have an example of when you've been out of alignment and how you got out of it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, when I started learning about alignment, it was so much more simple than I kept making it out to be, than people kept making it out to be. How do you know if you are misaligned? It is as simple as, do I feel joy in this moment? Anything other than joy and love, you're misaligned. And it's as simple as that. Oh, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling anxious. All of those feelings, don't put importance on them. Just realize, oh, okay, I'm misaligned right now. I'm gonna go do something that brings me joy. So it's a lot more simplified than I think what a lot of people make it.
Yeah, great points there. So ask yourself, are you right now aligned? And if not, maybe you need more spirituality in your life. Maybe you do need to pray to a higher power and connect more to source energy or God or Allah or whatever you believe in. The divine universe. And speaking of that brings us to our meditation practice. And I really think if you're not meditating at least 5 minutes a day, 5 to 10 minutes minimum, just getting still, focusing on the breath. They say 6 breaths can change your state. That's all it takes, 6 breaths. So, Steph, and we didn't rehearse this, obviously, but I want to put her on the spot and ask her to put us through her meditation practice and how you can essentially take what she's, found effective and potentially implement some of it into your life.
So meditation, I actually started, and I would always fall asleep. And I'm telling you, about 6 years of trying to learn to meditate and just sitting down with music, and I would always fall asleep. And then one time I started looking into it a little bit more and realized, I'll kind of give you those takeaways, that you have to sit up with a good posture. You have to sit up in a way that you're going to be attentive, not in a way that you're going to be relaxed, and I was always doing it wrong. So sitting up, good posture, making sure, see how your body language is. Are you open to receive? So what I would do is sit in Indian style or sit in, I don't know, however it feels good for you, and have my arms open and up into the heavens and up into the sky. And I would just close my eyes, and I would start simply by observing observing what sounds do I hear around me, what's going on, and I would focus on those things in order to get myself out of my head. So just observe. Okay, I hear the air conditioning. Okay, I hear a bird chirping outside. Okay, I hear a truck going by. And yes, those are small little thoughts, but it gets you into the present moment. So slowly, as you're doing that, then I would bring it towards myself. Okay, what am I feeling? Oh, I feel a twitch in my finger. Okay, do I feel my legs? What do I feel in my legs? Do I feel my heart beating? And that brings you deeper into yourself. And then this is kind of where it gets weird.
Here we go. Buckle up.
Woo-woo.
We're getting woo-woo on you.
But I would sit, and as long as it would take me, I wouldn't even time it, to be honest with you. And once I started observing myself, it's almost like I started kind of channeling into a different realm by just kind of getting out of this world. And so what I would envision myself is I would be sitting there observing, and then all of a sudden I would get a huge just chill down my spine. And now anytime I call to spirit, anytime, like it's a physical chill that I get and I know I'm connected, I get goosebumps. I've shown it to Cary, and that's when I know I'm connected. And along with that, I started getting that a few times, and then it would develop slowly. And then all of a sudden I would get this huge, I don't even know how to explain it, just like a powerful beam of like light, energy, fire, strong. I don't even know how to explain it.
But then you would ascend too, right?
Yeah, so it would just shoot right from like the back of like my spine, where my neck meets my spine, and it would just shoot up into the heavens, the skies, and then I would watch myself in small form.
I want what she's having.
It would just go straight, and I don't do any drugs or anything like that, but I would just kind of witness myself going through this portal almost that I opened up. And it was weird because I would get like shocks and chills, and my neck would go down, and then I would just feel myself coming right through, and I would just go straight up. And I remember the first couple times trying to do that.
How can people listening actually replicate that process if they do want to? What are some of the non-negotiable practices that you'd recommend for people meditating? Obviously, posture was one.
Yeah.
Posture, being still, attentive, present, thinking through, the given moments, finding your breath, right? These are things that allows her to tap into ascend, and definitely have helped my meditation practice. So,
getting back into your present moment.
Yeah, great points there. And what I want to do is touch on breath work too, because I think breath work is an awesome way that you can actually tap into that higher power. You can tap into that higher source energy and have some of those out-of-body experiences without, taking DMT or ayahuasca or any of that. I mean, we have done plant medicine in the jungle. It was it was quite a lot of work, both internally and externally.
But you can get the same effects meditating.
But you can get the same effects meditating and with breath work. So one thing that I want to say briefly is a breath work practice that helps me release anxiety and stress, and that is box breathing. I use this if I'm feeling a little anxious, or if I'm feeling like my mind's all over the place. This really helps. And snipers use this tactic when they're in the midst of battle to really focus and become more present. And essentially, it goes like this. So, Steph, do it with us. Okay. And you guys at home do this as well. 5-second inhale, all through the nose. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 5-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second exhale. Shut your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second inhale. 1, 2, Breathe in all the good. 3, 4, 5. 5-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale all the bad. 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second inhale. All that love and light's coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second hold. Think of all the things you're grateful for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-second exhale. All that negative energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all gone. And be still. One last deep inhale. All that love, light, and gratitude comes in. Open your eyes. How do you feel?
Calm.
Yeah?
Centered.
And that's all it takes, guys, to really practice a mindful, spiritual awakening is just a couple minutes daily. And that's really what I wanted to share with you guys in this module. It is, something that you could spend years developing, obviously. And there's someone who I wanted to mention in this module. His name's Mickey Singer. He wrote the book called The Untethered Soul, and he wrote the book called The Surrender Experiment. He's actually one of our mentors, my brother's personal mentor. We've met him multiple times and studied with him at the Temple of the Universe in Alachua, Florida. But he has a very interesting and elegant way of communicating spirituality, and he has really good resources we'll put in this module as well. So definitely someone I recommend. But just get still more, guys. Slow down. Be present. Be grateful. Have that attitude of gratitude. Create a meditation practice that works for you. Utilize breath work, and you will be happier and you will be more balanced and connected. So anything to add?
Just our magic lies in our stillness. So don't forget about that. Don't forget to prioritize that.
Yeah. Hope you got some value from this one, guys. We love you. We're out. Peace.